Did you know loneliness can kill you just as fast as smoking? Scientists say being lonely every day is like smoking 15 cigarettes. Shocking, right? For millions of seniors, it's not just about feeling sad, it's a silent killer that weakens the heart, damages the brain, and shortens life expectancy. In this video, I'm going to show you why loneliness is just as deadly as smoking and how you can protect yourself or someone you love starting today. Most people know smoking is dangerous. It damages the lungs, weakens the heart, and shortens life expectancy. But what if I told you there's something just as deadly as smoking, something that doesn't leave visible scars, doesn't smell of tobacco, and doesn't come in a cigarette pack, yet silently kills millions of seniors every year? That hidden killer is loneliness. For seniors, loneliness is not just a sad feeling, it's a direct threat to physical health, mental health, and even survival. The shocking truth is that loneliness can raise the risk of premature death by up to 30%. Studies from leading health institutions have compared its dangers to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's right, just feeling isolated can hurt the body as much as years of heavy smoking. But how does something emotional, something invisible, become so physically destructive? The answer lies in the way the human body is wired. Humans are social creatures. We thrive on connection, touch, conversation, and belonging. When seniors lose these connections, whether through retirement, loss of a spouse, children moving away, or reduced mobility, the body interprets that isolation as a form of chronic stress. Stress hormones like cortisol flood the system, raising blood pressure, weakening the immune system, and making the body more vulnerable to disease. Over time, this constant stress damages the heart, affects brain function, and even changes the way genes are expressed. Loneliness literally gets under the skin. The effects on the brain are just as alarming. Seniors who experience chronic loneliness are far more likely to suffer from memory loss, cognitive decline, and even dementia. The brain depends on stimulation, conversations, new experiences, laughter, problem solving. Without that, neural pathways weaken and mental sharpness fades. This is why isolated seniors are at much higher risk of Alzheimer's disease and related conditions. But it's not only about disease risk. Loneliness robs seniors of joy, motivation, and purpose. A person may stop eating well, skip medications, or lose interest in exercise simply because they feel nobody cares. Depression often creeps in, and with depression comes fatigue, low immunity, and further withdrawal. It becomes a dangerous cycle. The lonelier someone feels, the more they pull back from social contact, which only makes the loneliness worse. Now, here's the part most people miss. Loneliness is not about being alone. You can be surrounded by people and still feel lonely, just as you can live alone and feel perfectly content. For seniors, loneliness often comes from a lack of meaningful connection. If conversations are shallow, visits are rare, or activities feel empty, the heart still feels isolated. This is why simply putting seniors in a crowded nursing home is not enough. They need real relationships, eye contact, laughter, touch, and purpose. The good news is that loneliness, unlike smoking, can be reversed. Studies show that even small acts of connection can dramatically improve health outcomes. Regular phone calls with family, joining community groups, volunteering, or even owning a pet can cut the risk of loneliness-related illness. Something as simple as a weekly coffee date, a church gathering, or a walking group can add years of life. Technology is also changing the game. Video calls, online communities, and senior-friendly apps now allow older adults to stay in touch and feel connected, even when distance is a barrier. There's also a hidden power in touch. Hugging, holding hands, even brief moments of physical closeness trigger oxytocin, the bonding hormone that lowers stress and boosts heart health. Seniors who receive affectionate touch not only feel happier, but also live longer. This is why programs where volunteers simply sit, talk, or hold hands with elders have been shown to improve survival rates. Connection is medicine. Of course, there are still challenges. Many seniors are too proud to admit they feel lonely. They grew up in generations where mental health wasn't discussed, where loneliness was seen as weakness. That silence makes the problem even deadlier. The stigma keeps people from seeking help, even when their health is at risk. That's why talking openly about this issue is so important. Just as we warn about smoking, we need to raise awareness that loneliness kills and connection heals. So what can families do? The first step is noticing. Pay attention to the senior in your life who has stopped calling, who no longer attends gatherings, or who spends days without visitors. Sometimes, just reaching out with a 10-minute conversation can change everything. Encourage them to join activities, to pursue hobbies, to connect with peers. If mobility is an issue, bring the world to them through visits, music, or video calls. If depression has taken hold, professional counseling and senior support groups can help rebuild confidence. And if you're a senior watching this right now, here's the truth: you are not alone. Millions feel the same way, and taking the first step to connect again could save your health, your happiness, and even your life. Call a friend, join a local club,
volunteer at a community center, or adopt a pet. Every small action builds a stronger safety net around your heart and mind. The message is clear. Loneliness is not a soft problem. It's not just in your head. It is as deadly as smoking, and it demands the same level of attention, awareness, and prevention. But unlike smoking, loneliness can be cured, not with a pill or a patch, but with love, friendship, and human connection. So if you want to protect your health after 50, don't just think about diet and exercise. Think about people. Think about laughter, conversation, purpose, and touch. Because the real secret to long life isn't just what you eat or how much you move, it's who you share it with. And maybe the next time we talk about deadly habits, we'll remember that one of the worst isn't found in cigarettes, but in silence. Loneliness kills, but connection saves. The choice and the hope is in our hands.